Da, 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 da. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ooh, baby, in stereo and everything. What's up, party people of the AACL? What's going on? What's happening? What the motherfuck is cracking? It has been a fucking minute since I've seen y'all, since we've been together, since we talked some football, etc., etc., etc. I will check the party peeps in the chat in just a moment. But I got to tell you, it feels good to be back, folks. Tonight is going to be, what is this? Episode 9? Let's take a peek real here. Yeah, there it is. Episode 9 of AACL TueNight, but it's going to be a little different. Number one, we're not on a fucking time schedule. We're going to do what we're going to do. On top of that, it's going to be story time with fucking Dave for a while here. I'm going to talk about my jury duty shit. I'm going to talk about my time in Texas. And then Ray and Yogi and Keith are going to join me in a little bit. And then Clams is going to be on the ones and twos tonight. The Wheels of Steel, DJ Clamsy Whamsy in his house. Waiting for more people to kind of pile in, but I'm going to hit the chat real quick first. And let's see here. Marine Vet, my main man, John Potts. For those of you who don't know, you guys all know why I left to Texas a month ago. And this is John. This is my buddy in Texas whose wife passed away about a month ago, and he's the reason why I was there. And he's tuned in here tonight for the very first time. So make sure you say hi to him in the chat. And look at him. He already subscribed for 6 months. Attaboy. Private Clams was in next, along with my BFF, Stream Elements, of course, in the house. Dave Axis is in there. What's up? The lovely, amazing, perfect Pink Lisa is in the house. Chef Moose, what are you cooking up, bro? Let's take a look here. He says chicken wings and cheesesteak tonight. That's like what? Chicken wing in one hand and cheesesteak in the other? You double fisting, Chef? What's up, bro? Justin Reside saying, hey, AACL, we back, baby. Yes, we are. Robert Thumpson here. Oh, shit. We got a hype train, folks. We got a hype train coming. Robert Thump is in the house. Yogi's here with us. The Beeve, Annie Beaverhausen. Do we have the Annie Beaverhausen soundboard still? I hope we do. Annie's in the house. Good to see you. Crazy Canuck. Who else is in here? Wereforce Media. Anastasia Beaverhausen. I don't know why you don't have your own beer yet, girl. You need to get that. Wereforce Media's in the house. David Ware, good to see you, buddy. Hope all's going well. Thank you for the bits and the subscriptions. Let's push the top secret button. See who's hiding in the back. It looks like Twin Screw's hiding back there. Ray Bashan's hiding back there. James7171. Freddie Trammell, my main man Freddie's hiding back there. Relaxing Zone's in the house, along with Cyborg2191 and a couple others. So welcome to the show. I'll give you guys some time. Here's the deal. On a show like this, we usually get, I don't know, maybe 30, 40 live viewers. I'm saying if we can hit 50, I'll add another drawing next week, because we got some drawings we got to catch up on. I know we got the Bucky's drawing and a couple others we got to do. We'll do those next Tuesday night, and then if we can get up to 50 on this one, we're only at about 20, so we got a ways to go. But we do have a hype train going, 68%. We got 2.5 minutes left, so bump that hype train so we can get that extra emote. In the meantime, let me tell you, before I tell you about my fucking what do you call it? My jury duty. I want to tell you. I'm sharing some pictures with you. These are all my boys here. Some of the guys, actually, not all of them are here. These are the guys that were on the first half of the trip where I was. A few of us bounced, and there were some others that came in on the second half of the trip. And yes, that does say Beaver Taco in the top left-hand corner in case you can't quite read your screen. Yeah, Justin, there's a Bucky's prize pack. If you go back into the daily pings, I don't know, maybe last week sometime, you can check that out. Keith forgot what. That's all right, Keith, bro. You got some time, man. I guess I got story time with Dave before we do anything else, so we're good to go. My man John, that I just talked about in Texas, so that blue Vet in the middle is what he used to drive. He traded that in. He got the red Vet. That's the red Vet that him and I were going about 150 miles an hour down highway, whatever the fuck, in New Mexico. That was off the chain. That was a lot of fun. That type right hand picture, that's the group of us up in Colorado. The bottom right picture, same location at dinner. There's three of the other guys that you see in the pictures. They're Porsches. And then my man Gabe over here looking like a Cuban, even though he's Mexican. He's kind of funny. I don't know what he's pointing at. It says something about household trash or something. I don't know. But it was a lot of fun. So when you hear that I'm taking off and I'm going to hang out with my Marine buddies and doing stupid shit with cars or whatever, this is what we're doing. So just so you know. So that's where we're at with that. I need to figure out another screen because I want to put something else up. Oh, you know what I can do? Maybe I can just do this. Oh, no, I can't do that either. Let's talk about jury duty. But before I do that, I got my boys in the house. They're all here now. So let me introduce them one at a time. I'm going to go back to that screen for those of you who don't know. I don't know. Or maybe just fucking don't remember. Or better yet, don't fucking care. But my man, Ray Bashan. You guys know him. Ray. He's the quarterback for Notre Dame. He's Ray, but the REY version, girls. Ray's back with me. He's in the house. Ray, what's going on? What's happening? What's cracking? How the fuck you been, bro?
Apparently, Clams is going to be yelling at the girls as soon as I unmute my mic to get ready for this shit.
Clams is on top of shit. Guy Clausen in the house, by the way. Guy Clausen, what's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Ray, what have you been up to, man? I haven't talked to you in like a month.
Fucking doing everything at work now and pretty much just being drained emotionally and physically.
All right, well, I'm back, so you can get rid of that shit now. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Dave the Medicine Man is
actually call some games now.
Dave the Medicine Man is back, and we are ready to kick off Week 9 tomorrow night. Good old, I nicknamed Dave Axis the diva in the entire world, in the entire universe. Yogi Barr is with us. Yogi, what's up, bro?
It just happened. It was meant to be.
It was definitely meant to be.
Destiny.
Absolutely. And then, of course, the stat man himself, Speedy Gonzalez, K Shez, the K guy, the K. Oh, you know what? He's not K Riss though. We got too many K's in this league. Keith, what's up, bro? How you been, man?
Oh my God, this last month has been fucking crazy for me. Job has gotten kind of crazy. I've been waiting for the AACL to come back, man. Bottom line, that's the only important thing here.
Does anybody know what was the last date we actually broadcast when I left? It was like July 20th, somewhere around there, 23rd maybe. Anybody remember? So it's been almost a month, right?
About a month, yeah.
7/22, you posted "We Are Live."
Boom. There you go. 7/22.
So pretty much a month, yeah.
Robert thought that's 84 years ago. LOL. But well, then we're gonna kick off episode 9 here in just a little bit. But let me tell you my story. All right. I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I got a nice little. Here's if you're watching your screen. This is how this shit fucking starts. This is how this whole fucking story starts right here. I'm just gonna make it bigger. Fuck it. How's that? Is that fair? Fuck juries, bro. Fuck juries.
You can put it over Kyle's face down there.
And let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Man, what the fuck, dude?
So,
no.
Yeah. Sorry.
We're back to the AACL. We're calling Kurt different names.
Sorry, Kevin. Scurvy Dog's in the house. James71, that's James Klein, I believe. Good to see you, bro. Justin Reside in the chat says, I am calling 2 games with Ray this week. Well, maybe. We're gonna jumble up the schedule. We'll talk about that in a second. He also says, yes, Dave. Fuck kickers, fuck Ray, REY, and fuck juries. I agree with all of that. Who is juries? Juries was my bitch this afternoon. I'll tell you about that here in a second. So, first of all, let me preface all of this by saying I think we need to take some sort of intelligence or IQ test or something that before you can be on a jury. Because I honestly think if you are a fucking retarded fucking moron, you should not be allowed to have other people's lives in your hands. It's just beyond ridiculous that we put 12 people in a box and at least a third of them don't know their ass from a fucking hole in the ground. It's fucking just unbelievable. So here's the case that was on. There was a married couple here in Knoxville. This happened 2 years ago on my kid's birthday, October 22nd, 2022. And they went to the first half of a Tennessee football game. It was a blowout. They were playing some scrub team. And they left at halftime after having some beers, went to a Hooters, went and had some more beers. And then in the parking lot, they started arguing. She was accusing him of infidelity. She said she wanted a divorce. He wanted his ring back, blah, blah, blah. They get in the black Jeep. It's probably on like 30s, 30 to 33 inch tires. It was pretty jacked up. It was pretty big. And they're driving on the freeway. They leave Hooters. They're driving back to West Knoxville, so it's probably like a 20-minute drive. And they're on a fucking freeway, and all of a sudden, the fucking Jeep starts swerving all over the place, and witnesses start looking and whatever. And apparently inside, he told her that if she wanted a divorce, that he wants his fucking ring back, and he tried to fucking take it off of her. So there was this fucking struggle, and then her tale is that not only did he squeeze her fingers and pull her arm and push her around and do all this shit. How old were they? They look like they're probably in their 30s. I would say they were in their 30s. And according to her, like, he was punching her and elbowed her in the face and all this shit. But here's where it gets fucking good, right? He unbuckled her fucking seatbelt, opened the fucking door. Now, I don't know about Jeeps, but just so you know, and I've seen this as evidence, from the center of the center console to the door is only 28 inches. From the driver's side of the console to the fucking door latch is only 30 inches. So this guy's 6'4". He's probably pushing 250. He's a big boy. He could easily reach over there. He fucking unlatched her seatbelt, opened up the fucking door, and pushed her ass out on the fucking freeway while he was doing estimated between 15 to 35 miles an hour in game day traffic. She almost got run over by an 18-wheeler. She had road rash up the ass, like all on one side. She had 3 fingers that were really fucked up. She tore the ACL or MCL in her knee, like all kinds of shit. So the prosecution, yeah, I'm not kidding. Let me see if there's any comments here real quick before I continue. David Wareforce Media says, fuck Alabama. I agree with that. How many times did you have to start a sentence with as a Marine? No, I didn't say, dude. Oh,
I had to go back and look. I was like, did he actually say Alabama? I'm sure it said Tennessee.
No, bro, I don't. I read the shit the way I want to read it. You know how it is. Guy Claus says they were both drunk. I don't know if they were both drunk. It sounds like they each had a couple beers at the game and a couple beers at Hooters. So I don't know if they were drunk. Some people in the jury thought they were. I don't know. I don't know. Even if they were buzzed, I don't think they were super. Hey, Mr. Churchill's in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. What else who else is in here? Oh shit. An asshole. Oh yeah, bro. So here's the thing, though, right? So then the defense says. So one witness, dude. Yeah, I shit you not. This is the funniest shit. One of the first witnesses, they call her up. They ask her name. I don't remember her name, and they say, "What do you do?" She goes, "I'm an erotic novelist." And I was just like, "This shit is going sideways already. This shit's already going fucking sideways." Are you an erotic now? And this is a chunky white woman with pink hair, very pale. On my attractive scale, she didn't make it, and I just am like, I'm like the first thing I thought was erotic novelist, but obviously not from your own fucking situations, your own experiences, because damn. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. And she embellished the fuck. She said she was behind, and then she was on the side driving around him, and then and in her rearview mirror she saw all this shit while he was doing to her, and like unbuckling her seatbelt. Like, if you're in a car in front of a Jeep, how the fuck can you see a seatbelt down? So she totally hurt the fucking prosecution's case. She was a fucking idiot. There was somebody else behind them. Then there was an 18-wheeler that almost ran her over when she got thrown out of the car. That he saw some stuff. But here's what's funny, and this is why I think juries are fucking stupid. Oh my God, Thump, bro. That's exactly what we were talking about in the jury room. We're like, that bitch was just exaggerating. You know what she said? She said it was going back and forth, left to right so much that it was coming 6 inches off the ground. But it didn't leave the lane. It's like, get the fuck out of here. No, I mean, come on. How many novels? Yeah. So we were all talking about, Robert, that all I said in the jury thing, I said when she writes about juror number 6, she better write about the good-looking fucking bald dude. That's all I'm saying. That's who I was. So back and forth. Yeah, back and forth 6 inches. Hey, Robert Thump. I was like, if I read this novel and she fucks me up, yep. Oh, there's Marine Vet. So there you go. You guys in the chat, it says Marine Vet. See how he did VETTE? So he's a Marine Vet, but he also has a Corvette. Very clever, John. Marine Vet is my boy John in Texas. He says she's going to write a book about it. David Ware saying 6 inches was she going by? Bro, she's probably never seen 6 inches unless she was on the giving end of it. Hey yo. So hey-o. Anyway, let me see where we at. So all those witnesses, and then so check this out. Then there was this one other couple that said they were 15 cars back and 3 lanes over in traffic, right? So think about if you're in 4 lanes of traffic and there's all these cars, and you're 15 cars back and 3 or 4 lanes over to the left. Can you see somebody on the passenger side of the fucking car that's 15 cars ahead of you and all that traffic? They said they saw her step out of the Jeep, step on the side of it, and jump. What the fuck? And there were 3 people on the jury that took her testimony over the people who were like right up close to her. It was just fucking, it was dumb. So anyway, all of that to say, he could have gotten attempted second-degree murder. That ended up being not guilty. Second-degree attempted manslaughter. That was also not guilty. This is where I argued the most. Aggravated assault. There were 3 fucking idiots that wouldn't go there, so we had to drop it all the way down to reckless assault, and then the second charge being domestic abuse. And the max sentence the judge said for this is only 11 months and 29 days, and he'll only serve 30 days. However, he's still in the military reserves, and if you're in the military and you get a domestic abuse conviction, then you're automatically discharged. At least that's the way it used to be. I don't know if it still is, but if that's the case, then either he'll either be UCMJ'd, Robert, or they'll just bounce him. And then I think that career will be over. So, and he'll have some issues or whatever. I think he deserved worse than he got. There was 4 of us that were pretty strong. 4 or 5 of us that were pretty strong that he should have gotten more. There was one fucking moron, man. Listen to this shit. His whole thing was, he said, well, I think prosecutors are assholes all across the nation, and I don't like them, so I don't think he should get anything more than assault. Has nothing to do with the fucking case. I mean,
how the fuck did he even get a spot?
Because they didn't ask him the right questions. He slid under the radar, I guess, or some shit. So
that should be a question. How do you feel about prosecution?
Yeah. How do you feel about prostitution?
Prosecution. No.
In this house, there's some hoes in this house. Anyway, that was like the real quick version. There's a shit ton more of details about how fucking retarded and stupid fucking people are and should not be on juries, but that is the gist of it. So I'm gonna go around the horn real quick. Ray, I'm gonna start with you. Quick thoughts about my fucking jury duty service.
Do you think before he quote unquote allegedly pushed her out of the Jeep, he said, "Hold my drink, bitch"?
Oh, right, dude. It's just I mean, I'm sorry. Hold on, I forgot the best part. Here's the best part, and wrap your head around this. After he pushed her out, he fled the scene going 90 miles an hour. Somebody was chasing him. He went to his house or their house to pack a bag. The camera and vocal recording was there. He's literally on the camera talking to the girl he was having an affair with and said, yeah, I threw her fucking ass onto the fucking highway. She fucking face planted. I'm fucking drunk. I'm probably going to need a lawyer. I screwed up.
Okay, so was that not evidence?
It was evidence. And you know what?
No, but he was still found not guilty.
No. He was
fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was found guilty, but of lesser charges. But the one fucking idiot that I keep telling you about, he was sitting right fucking next to me. He said, well, I think he was just paraphrasing or like hearsay or whatever. I'm like, bro.
Paraphrasing what? He literally just said, I pushed that bitch.
Dude, he goes, you know what I mean? Like, if I say I threw somebody out of my house, it doesn't mean I physically threw them out. Well, we know that he fucking physically threw. She said he did. Dude, this is the level of intelligence I've been dealing with the last 3 days. What?
I'm gonna throw her at my house. That's totally different than pushing somebody. What the fuck?
Hey, where's the Clams? Where's the stupid button? Because I feel like we need to hear that right now.
I got it.
Are you kidding me? That is just stupid.
That is just stupid. I mean, bro. Hey, listen. I know, and this is what I argued today. So yesterday we kind of went at it pretty bad until the nighttime. You guys know about that. So then today I was like, listen. If you take all the witnesses out, because there was like 4 main witnesses that everybody had some issues. I said, let's take all the witnesses out. There's only 2 people on this entire fucking planet that know what happened. The 2 people in the Jeep. They both say that he threw her out. That's the fucking evidence. She said it in her testimony. He said it on the fucking phone. Why are we even debating it? I said, this is the only indisputable thing that we have to go by. And 2 fucking people were still like, yeah, I don't think so. I think she jumped. Those people that were 15 cars back and 4 lanes over dealing with their 3 kids in the car, they saw it perfectly, and they said she jumped. Dude, I literally wanted to fucking get some fucking aggravated assault charges myself against some of these fucking jury members.
What time did this all happen? Like when she got pushed out?
Like 5:30 in the evening.
Okay, so
on a Saturday.
It's still daylight outside.
Oh, it was bright out. It's bright out. With the video, we could see the video of like cops responding and all that.
Okay, where was the fucking car with like multiple people? Was it like behind the Jeep or was it
no. So think about if the Jeep is in the far right lane, the slow lane, right?
Yes.
The first eyewitness was to the side and in front of the Jeep. The second eyewitness was directly behind the Jeep. The third eyewitness was about 100 feet behind the Jeep, all in the same lane. If you take that lane, ready for this, Ray, and count back 15 cars and then go over 3 more lanes, that's where they were.
No, that's not fucking true. How the fuck can they see that?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You're sitting here in a goddamn car with binoculars like, yeah, we got that bitch.
I drew the shit on the fucking whiteboard. And dude, here's the funniest thing. You ready for this? So in the jury box, the front row, the back row starts 1 through 6, and then the bottom row 7 through 12. I was 6, so I was in the very top all the way towards the front of the courtroom away from the audience, right? And they were talking about how some of the witnesses would go over to the victim afterwards and talk with her, and they thought that was kind of shady, whatever. I was like, yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it because I had about the same view as those fucking people that were 15 car lengths back and 3 lanes over. I said that right in the fucking jury room.
You drew on a whiteboard. I could just picture Dave wheeling in a whiteboard.
No, it's already on the fucking wall, bro.
Dave's like, listen up here, you motherfucker.
I'm like, listen, attention, dumb shits. This is for you. Dude, unfucking real, man. So that's what I was dealing with.
Dave, out of habit, just starts writing down the team's playbooks and everything. He's like, oh shit, hold on.
I'm like, listen, if this car is Notre Dame and this car is Syracuse, then this car sucks. No. Oh, David Ware says, next time you get called for
football sucks.
Next time you get called for jury duty and they're asking you questions, just probably the death penalty. No, bro. So here's the thing. Robert says Dave probably drew a dick on the whiteboard. Well, I made it look like an upside down tractor, so it was different. But it was a dick, though. You're right. Attention, morons, America. Listen to Dave. Fuck, dude. It's this. So here's the. I'll wrap it up right here. Here's the moral of the story. I've only been on one jury my entire life. It was in California. I was the alternate. I had to sit through the whole trial, and then I didn't get to go. I didn't get to go fucking argue with everybody right afterwards. Right? I didn't get to go deliberate. The one thing I've really wanted to do in my life is I wanted to fucking deliberate in a fucking jury. I want to get in there. I want to mix it up with 11 other fuckers and like let's get it on, right? Well, I have done that now, and let me tell you this: in Tennessee, there is a 2-week. You have a 2-week obligation. So I have to report again on Monday. There's a very good chance I could be on another fucking jury next week, believe it or not. But I got to tell you, after what I experienced this week, I don't ever want to be another fucking jury again. I can't handle the fucking idiots. I just can't. I can't do it.
Can I just say something right now?
If I say no, are you still gonna talk?
You said,
She's going to anyway.
No. Because Tom said Dave probably drew dicks, and Ray was taking a drink of his tea, and he started laughing, and it just came out his nose. Like, he was fucking dying at that. Just thought you guys would want to know that.
Well, so actually, what? You know what I?
Shit fucking came out my mouth and my nose at the same time. I was just like,
Oh, dude.
I don't know why it caught me off so guard just hearing Dave say they probably drew a dick, and I was just like,
No. So you know what Hey Ray, you know what I should have done, bro? I should have gone on the whiteboard. I should have drawn 11 dicks and said, "These are you fucking idiots up here on the board." Oh fuck! Here we go. Let me check auto mod message. No, whatever it is, we allow everything. I don't even know why this thing's modded. Let's see what.
let's see if I can turn that off.
Oh my god, bro! I'm laughing too, and I'm fucking. I lived through it. It's funny now, but I was not laughing at the time. Justin Reside says Dave got his "screw you guys, I'm going home" card ready for Monday. I hope so, bro. The only good thing is that he told us, the judge came in and said, you have to report on Monday, but if you've served on a jury, you go to the bottom of the pile. So they have to get through a lot of people for me to get onto the jury, so it probably will not happen. But anyway, so Ray, you gave me your 2 cents. Yogi, give me your 2 cents here on my little jury duty story, and then we'll start talking some football.
The only thing I keep thinking is the law provides you the right to be judged by a group of your peers. It never says they have to be competent.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If I'm better than everyone else, do I really have any peers?
Oh, you're the Devo. You have no peers, so you can't be judged. They would have to pull every wide receiver that ever played in the NFL to have a jury pool for you.
Bro, you want to hear something else funny? If anybody knows this in the chat, I'm going to fucking throw you in as an extra drawing on one of these drawings. I'll throw your name in twice. There is some old fucking lady who was also a fucking complete retard. While we're waiting for the judge to come back in, said, I wonder why it's 12 people. Does anybody know why we have to have 12 people? And I just said, kind of under my breath, but a couple people heard me, I go, I fucking wish it wasn't you 11 with me. But she was just like, I don't understand why it's 12. And then there was all these fucking, everybody's like, oh, it probably goes back to the 13 colonies when 12 other colonies had to be judged by, or one colony had to be judged by the other 12. Or somebody was like, oh, it's probably Roman times. And somebody was like, oh, maybe it goes back to the 12 disciples. And I just said, none of you fucking know, so just shut the fuck up. None of you know. So just shut the fuck up. It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, but David Ware, it might force a majority, but every single count had to be unanimous. The problem was we were at like 8-4, 9-3, 10-2, all that shit before we had to get to 12-0 for anything to stick. Oh, here comes Robert Thump making bullshit up. Let's see what he says. The tradition of having 12 jurors may have. I don't want may have, Robert Thump. I want fucking facts, bro. May have originated in the 8th century when a king decided the human tribunals should be made up of 12 wise men himself as Christ and his 12 as possible to judge the world. I don't know. I copied and pasted exactly where. He just fucking copied and pasted that shit.
What I'm reading says you can anywhere from 12 to 23.
I think Thump got that shit off of Wikipedia, and Wikipedia is bullshit. So, oh no, Gunny, you want to hear this shit? That pissed me off too. So you ready for this? When it came down to the foreman, of course I wanted to be the fucking foreman, right? Well, there were two buddies in there together, and so when the judge, when we went in yesterday, was that afternoon, I guess, when we started deliberations, he said first thing you gotta do is vote on a foreman. Let me know who it is. We didn't fucking vote. The one fucking guy says, hey, I think my buddy should do it. And a couple people were like, okay, cool, you wouldn't do it, I don't want to do it. And we didn't fucking vote. I was like, you know what, fuck you guys then. You guys are fucking stupid on this, you're stupid on that, you're fucking stupid on everything. So, there you go. All right, who else?
English law is where the 12 comes from.
Okay, but from where did they get it from?
The Assizes Court. Assizes.
Interesting.
I don't know where they got it from, but that's where we got it from.
You're just making up fucking words at this point.
No, I just read it. And then they went to the Crown Court after they left the Assizes Court.
Well, Clam says it was King Arthur, bro, in the Round Table. Just so you know.
Okay.
I don't even know what it means. I don't know.
It's going to be round. Why can't it be square?
I don't know. Bottom line is because then it would be a box that says fuck juries inside it. That's why. Anyway, all right. So there it is. If you got questions or comments about my trip to Texas, my trip to Colorado, or my fucking just unbelievable experience with the jury duty shit, let me know. In the meantime, I think, that's exactly what I was thinking when they were talking about it, where. That's what I thought too. Let's see. We already did the montage. We're going to talk some football. Let me see if the people are here that I have breaking news. I said 8:30. Is it 8:30 yet? It is 8:30. I don't have either of my people here, so we're gonna skip the breaking news for a minute. So
one of them's in the chat.
Another. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I didn't go to Keith about the fucking his thoughts on my jury experience. Keith, go ahead, bro.
The only thing that I can really say, Dave, you chose to live with these people down in Tennessee.
Well, there's that. There's that. All right. You said there's one in here. Hey-o. All right, I'm gonna move some stuff.
Yeah, the one is now in the VC.
Okay, just one though, right?
Yeah, one is in the VC.
Okay.
I don't know
Then
the other one.
we're going to start with that one then. So, all right, folks, we got some breaking news in the AACL here. Oh, hold on. I'm getting a... Oh, okay. Oh, that's you. All right. So we have talked in the past about expansion for next season. We've mentioned some teams that are coming. We mentioned Greg Soto bringing Oregon in. We've announced that Ray Bashan is bringing Boise State in. So the next the next team, the third team, if you will, that will be joining us in Season 4 for the AACL is... Hold on, I'm going to see if I can... All right, Clam.
You got the drum roll?
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure I didn't fuck up the windows first. All right, Clams, give me a drum roll, baby.
Working on it.
Working on it. The Michigan Wolverines. No more Ohio State just doing what the fuck they want to do with nobody fucking... Oh, who did that? Oh, Ray, don't be a hater, bro. Don't be a hater. I fucking know that was you. Everybody knows Crazy Canuck. For those of you who may not know who Crazy Canuck... You might know who he is now, but you may not know who he was then. Crazy Canuck was the very first fan of the AACL. Back in Season 1, we only had 24 teams with 24 of us. We each had a team, and that was the whole fucking league. He found us on Twitch and asked to join the Discord. We talked about it. We let him in because he had been watching all of our games, and he was the very first non-AD, our very first fan to ever join the Discord and watch our games. So it's only fitting that he actually gets the opportunity now to become an athletic director and bring the blue and maize here to the AACL. And he's on the line with us right now. Crazy Canuck, better known in the AACL as Day Hayton. Crazy, what's up, bro? How you been? Congratulations on Michigan. Before I ask you about Michigan, what have you been up to last month since I haven't talked to you?
Man, lots of things. And also basically nothing, Sitting there watching streams that aren't AACL, wishing I was watching AACL. Yeah, playing lots of college football. Lots of college football. Just to, fill the gap.
Yeah, the new game.
Scratch that itch. Yes.
I get it. Real quick, James Walters and Ronnie Shanahan and Scurvy Dog. I already said Scurvy Dog earlier. Have joined us here as well. All right, so Dehaytne, you are officially the number one fan of the AACL. I know it's been a minute. We're going to be going into Season 4. But how do you feel about bringing Michigan in? Do you feel like maybe you should have been an AD before, or you just think now's the time, or what's your thought process around finally bringing a team in here?
I've always wanted to. I planned on maybe bringing. I wasn't necessarily Michigan. I'm also a big fan of UAB for some reason. I'm not quite sure. I've never been able to figure it out, but I like them. And it's just always wanted to. But the timing seems right now that it's opened up for more people and give more people options. And I want to give the biggest, grandest stage that can be given in college football to our athletes here in the AACL, the big house. The biggest place to play in all of the AACL. So let's get her done. I mean, why wouldn't a diva want to play there.
Oh, already recruiting. Look at that. Attaboy. We have our first
Hey,
question.
that's illegal. I'm not supposed to do that.
Wait. I mean, well, you're not official
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
so it's okay. You can talk all the shit you want tonight. I don't care. You have your first question already in the chat. Gunny says, "Are you changing your name to Crazy Wolverine?"
Crazy Canuck is actually near and dear to me, in a sort of Canadiana way. So probably not Crazy Wolverine, but I will be posting that GIF in chat, probably tons.
Have you thought about stupid fucking retarded Jury Wolverine? Has that been on your?
Still on.
If I were gonna make a list,
It's a
if I were gonna make a list, then
it's a mouthful. That's
And,
what she said. Hey you.
And as for my thoughts on that, you mentioned that one lady or whatever, that one witness who was like 3 lanes over and 15 cars
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
I don't understand how that person even makes it as a witness.
Here's something
Um,
here's something else I forgot to mention. You ready for this? So she said, "Yeah, I saw her stand up. I called 911 to report what I thought was like a kidnapping or a sex trafficking thing because she looked scared." So the prosecution goes, "She looked scared. Did she have her back to you?" "Yeah." "Did you see her face?" "No." "Then how the fuck did she look scared?" Dude, this is the kind of shit I'm dealing with.
Unless I see a camera rig mounted on a vehicle in front of that,
Yeah.
I would probably assume someone was scared.
I
But
agree.
in this
Agree.
day and age, you never know.
Yeah, it's
But
unbelievable.
that is absolutely insane.
Let's get back to Michigan for a minute, though, bro. All right, so you already know that the Fuckeyes are here, right? Ohio State, that's going to be your rivalry right out the get-go. You know that already. You know Nate Hall's the AD over there. Do you have any words for him and the Fuckeyes over there?
Been seeding it in as I've been going because I've known that I'm going to be bringing the Michigan Wolverines in, and if you listen to commentary every once in a while, there's a little subtle jabs about Ohio. Well, Ohio shit has been mentioned. That kind of toilet bowl stadium thing they got going on has been slightly mentioned every once in a while, or just kind of dropped in a chat. I don't think I really got anything new for him at the moment, except for it's going to be kind of a hell of a challenge, I think, to just you guys who have already been here, you've already been doing it, you've already worked on the Sims. You've been, hitting it up for a lot longer than I have. So we might be behind it a little bit, but like I said, I think people want to come play for Michigan.
Agreed. Well,
And
go ahead.
so yeah, but we'll see what comes, and we'll see you next season, basically.
All right, so here's the last thing. I'm going to let you do a little pitch. I let Soto do it. I let Ray do it. Tell the AACL community why someone would want to come to Michigan to play for you and the Wolverine program.
Well, Gunny is Mays, Gunny Bri.
Yeah,
What it is?
Gunny Bri is Gunny. Yeah.
Bri, yeah, okay. The Y and the I were throwing me off. Orange. Maze is kind of like orange, isn't it?
Yellow, orange, 220, 221.
Yeah,
bro.
kind of. We'll try to hit it, but absolutely. Why? Because you're gonna have the biggest stage. If nothing else, you have one of the most amazing stadiums, aside from maybe like the Rose Bowl, in college football, and you'll be given the biggest stage to play. Why? Another reason why you want to play, because I got maybe like 1 or 2 people that have said, if Michigan would come in, I'd be interested in playing, but that's not even a commitment. So I have an entire roster of open spots. If you want to switch positions, if you want to play on the biggest stage, you want to wear the blue in the maze, then that's the place for you. We have nothing is decided yet. We can build around the people that we can get. That could possibly be open clams. I'm not sure. I've had 0 commitments so far, and that's something we can talk about in the middle of the season.
He will.
In between seasons, but
Well, you're as soon as we get done with this show, you will be official. Keith, oh yeah, everybody's talking about Connor Stallions already. I saw that coming a mile away. You guys, get out of here. Well, listen, Crazy. First of all, I love that you're still here after 4th season. We all respect the fact that you were the #1 fan before we even had fans. I'm personally glad that you're finally getting your chance here and an amazing program. I grew up as Michigan being like my 2nd or 3rd favorite college football team growing up, so I love Michigan. I hate Ohio State. And I have to change schools every year. That's my rule as commissioner. So there's always that possibility. I'm not saying one way or the other. David Leather's in the house, folks. Good to see you, bro. You missed all the good stuff, bro. You missed the good stories. But hey, I'm really glad you're here, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing some football in the big house and seeing what you do over there in Michigan. And welcome to the Athletic Director Association of the AACL.
Do all the graduates from Michigan have to go play in the Canadian Football League?
Or or fucked up their meniscus in the preseason.
Watch it.
I think that one's a little too soon, Ray. I think, bro. Come on.
Yes.
I don't fucking care. Fuck Michigan.
Oh my gosh, Becky.
See,
nah.
I was hoping he was still going to be muted, and then I had a line for that. But well, he's still on the line. I might as well just tell him to shut his whore mouth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Crazy
Different
Canuck.
Michigan, Air Force Media. Different Michigan.
There you go.
We ain't cheating yet.
Yeah, not yet. That's all right.
And
Hey,
if we cheat, you'll never know.
I'm still hiding my signs.
hey, I'm a Raiders fan. You know what they say: if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, bro. So there you go. All right, Crazy Canuck, thanks for being here, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you guys. And I just one more thing. I thought I was invited. I don't remember asking.
Say it one more time.
I said I don't remember asking to be in the Discord. I remember being invited.
Yeah, I told the story, so that's the way I said it.
That's fair.
Dave wants to make you seem like you're a peasant, just pleading and begging.
I was 12 lanes behind, and I saw it all. He was invited.
Oh, fuck. That was fucking perfect. That was perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Crazy Canuck. You know him here in the AACL as DeHatenay, one of the top corners in the league for the last few years over at Penn State. He'll be taking his talents to Ann Arbor for season 4. So thanks again, Crazy. Congrats on it, bro, and we will talk to you when we talk to you. All right, folks, the other announcement we have, that person's not here yet, so we're going to jump into our regularly scheduled programs. And that is... Let's go with weekly.
Dun, dun.
Yeah, let's do the weekly rankings. You guys want to do that? What the fuck? Sure. Let's do that.
Yeah,
I can't. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait till I can take a shit on that fucking field next season.
Well, I mean, you already used your stadium as a toilet bowl, so I guess it's.
Oh.
Hey yo!
With my offensive line right now in fucking Notre Dame, might as well.
Yeah,
This shit would be better blockers.
Yeah, no shit, right? Shit. I mean, yes shit or no shit. I don't even know where to go on that.
Yes shit. At least they would slip on it and be like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, hey, I got time to pass.
Hey, there you go, Gunny.
You already have a blue field to shit on now.
Oh, that's yeah. You're not even.
Why would you want to do that?
Why would you
want to do that to that beautiful fucking?
You took a shot at a meniscus, so I had to.
Dude, you know how I feel about that field already. It already looks like a big blue. It already looks like a big blue fucking turd anyway.
I will let you know, Yogi. I was saddened to hear that JJ's out for the season because he could have been the QB1 from the get-go for Minnesota.
I'm kind of glad.
He's just saying that because I'm a Vikings fan, all right?
I'm not saying that because you're a Vikings fan. I also don't think Sam Darnold, who can see fucking ghosts on the field.
But can he see it from?
Okay, we'll see.
He can see ghosts on the field, but can he see him from 15 car lengths back and 3 lanes over?
He's never thrown to Jets.
No. If you want somebody to see that, there's Ryan Tannehill. He's still available.
There you go. Not in Tennessee. He's not. Hey, all right, folks. Listen, we've played 8 weeks. This is a 15-week season, so we're kind of at the halfway mark. Back there in July, whatever he said, July 22nd. Just a quick refresher before we get into the KMPR and the official Week 8 official rankings records. Penn State finally loses their first game, dropped to 7-1, but they still have the best record in the AACL. Alabama, LSU, and UNLV sit at 6-2. Kansas and Tennessee at 5-3. Iowa and Ohio State at 500 there at 4-4. And this is where things get interesting. I'm going to go around the horn with a question here in a second too. But Auburn, Syracuse, Florida, Missouri, Nebraska, and Notre Dame, almost half the teams in this league at 3-5, with Virginia Tech at 2-6. And Miami, after winning the first game, drops their 7th game of the season to drop to 1-7. Ray, let me start with you. Here's my big question to all three of you. 3-5 is a fucking logjam for sure. You could make an argument that 4-4 is part of the logjam, but 3-5 with 6 teams is a huge logjam. Who's the best 3-5 team in the AACL? Ray, go to you first.
Here you are. You see everybody in there in the 3-5 category right now. You would mainly sit there and be like, okay, Syracuse kind of makes sense. Missouri kind of makes sense. Nebraska kind of makes sense. Notre Dame being a first ever school in the AACL kind of makes sense. What doesn't make sense in there is why Auburn is a 3-5 team, considering everything they've fucking done before. But honestly, you're talking about the best team as 3-5 right now?
Yeah.
It's not Auburn at all. It honestly has to be Florida with their dynamic offense, just going out on that field and throwing it, running it any single way they fucking can. They just got to fix that little niche on the defense, and Florida could be right up there in the rankings again.
Wait, so did Florida win their Week 8 game or lose their Week 8 game? Anybody remember?
They lost.
They lost. Who'd they lose to?
Yeah, they lost.
They lost by 2 to Mizzou.
They lost them. So you've got a Florida team, Ray, at 3-5 that lost to a 3-5 Mizzou team that was actually 2-5 at the time.
My statement still stands.
I don't think you're still.
I mean,
I get it, but I think that Florida is doing similar to what they did last season. They did great in the first half for a while, and they're falling off again. But all right, so you say Florida. Yogi, going to you next. Best 3-5 team in the AACL.
Notre Dame, I think. I think their explosive offense. Nah, I'm serious. Lil Cy is a weapon. Fucking Bryant Jefferson's a weapon. I think they're the best 3-5 team in my opinion. I think Auburn is falling off. I think Cuse is up and down. I think Florida's got such a terrible defense they can't get up any higher than that. Mizzou is up and down and mostly down. Nebraska has a possibility of being number 2, but I have Notre Dame as the best 3-5 team.
Okay,
my opinion.
Okay, so Keith, same question to you, but let me throw something on there. Just throw in a little more information. I believe that Auburn. So 3 of these teams won in Week 8 to get to 3-5, and 3 of them lost to drop to 3-5. I think Auburn, Nebraska, Missouri won. Syracuse, Florida, and Notre Dame lost. Does that have any influence on who you think is the best 3-5 team?
No, not really. I would tend to look at the season so far as a whole for all of these teams. That's generally how I would tend to look at a situation like this. If you ask me, best 3-5 team is Florida, and I honestly don't even think it's that close. So people talk about Auburn and Notre Dame. Those are the number 1 and 2 worst defenses in the league so far. Actually, I lied. They're 2 and 3 worst defenses in the league so far.
Who's the worst?
Miami.
Okay, well,
who do you think?
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. I don't know what his barometer is for worst defense. It could be point differential, in which case Miami may not be because they score a shitload of points.
First rule in his barometer. 1, it has to be Miami at number 1.
Rule number 2 on my barometer. I'm going to shove my barometer up your ass. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, points for, points against, points differential, and record, those are never going to be consistent. But Florida is, I believe, one of 2 3-5 teams with a positive point differential, and it's not even close between them and the other teams.
Okay.
So that would tend to indicate big wins and smaller losses.
All right, so I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna say I think it's Auburn because I think we didn't see the same Auburn for the first however many weeks, and now I think have they won 3 in a row? Is it 3 in a row or 2 of their last 3, whatever it is? I think Pink Lisa has 2 Player of the Week awards. Auburn looks like Auburn now all of a sudden, which for me catapults them to the best 3-5 team because they're starting to look like the team that dominated the last 2 seasons. Robert Thump in the house says, "How does Dave know any words more than 2 syllables?" I know one word with multiple syllables. Go fuck yourself, Robert Thump. Heyo.
Now the other big thing is the changes to the playbooks. Being able to drop a team, pick up a team, and or go custom. So we'll see what those do the second half.
Auburn brought that Cal playbook, and they've been tearing it up ever since then. So
it's helped them.
That's
Yes.
true. All right.
Yeah, they won the past 2 out of 3.
All right.
'Cause they dropped the 4 overtime to Missouri. And they
Oh,
won the last
so
2.
they're really close to winning 4 in a row, and being
I will-
4-4, right?
Yeah.
I will add to that Nebraska's our new playbook. I don't believe has been run yet.
No,
Because,
neither has ours.
No,
Neither has
they have
ours.
not. They have not. They were going to be.
We've been penalized.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's that. But they were supposed to be for week 8, but I didn't have time for week 8. So I'm hoping.
Right.
I'm hoping, not guaranteeing. I'm hoping that I can get those done tomorrow, in time for week 9. So, Gunny, thank you for the sub, bro. Appreciate that. All right, now it's time. It's that time of the show where we all get to beat up on Kevin over there
Oh yeah,
with
I'm ready
his
for it.
with
All right, Khalil.
his KMPR top 10. Let's see how things changed from week 7. Drum roll, please, Clamsy Whamsy.
Y'all are gonna love this.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know Auburn's in the top 5 from what you said earlier.
You said Auburn's in the top 5. Who said
Oh,
that?
8.
Or that?
Oh,
All right, so
Penn State.
drop, dude. That's what I'm saying. So let me give her an overview, and then I'm going to go around the horn. Alabama jumps from 2 to 1. LSU jumps from 3 to 2. Kansas jumps from 5 to 3, and Penn State drops from 1. They've lost 1 game, and they drop all the way to 4. UNLV bumps up. Ohio State drops a couple after losing. Tennessee stays put. Auburn jumps up 2. Nebraska joins the top 10. Florida drops out. Notre Dame drops from 8 to 10th. First reaction to Ray first.
y'all are more concerned about Penn State dropping 3 when y'all forgot their first loss. They lost by 30.
Second largest margin of loss this season for any team.
7-1, bro. 7-1.
Any team can have a
I
bad
don't
week.
care. I don't care about. They can have a bad week all they want. They
Seven-
had a fucking terrible week.
But
They
that's
lost
not
by
worth 3
30.
fucking spots, dude.
They lost by 30. I don't care what their record is. They did not go out there and perform. What was their last game again? Kansas? Yeah, my point exactly. They went out there against Kansas, underperformed like it was fucking
Kansas
Notre
is
Dame
top
in
5
any other
team.
damn game.
Kansas is a top 5 team.
Okay, I understand that. They underperformed like it was Notre Dame in any other fucking game of this season, and fucking went out there and just honestly, what I want to do next season, they just took a shit on the field. That's all they did. They lost by 30 to
All right.
Kansas.
I'll save my stuff since I'll go last. But Yogi, go ahead.
Yeah, I disagree with just about everything he said there. I
Yeah,
don't think they
shocker.
dropped 3 spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
And did Kansas pay for that 3rd spot? Because I know they've been paying for 5th spot all year. Did they up their dues?
They must have. They must have.
Yeah, I don't see Penn State dropping
Well,
that far.
and didn't Penn State already beat LSU? Penn State already beat fucking Auburn. I don't know. I can't remember if they played Alabama or UNLV.
They have not played Alabama yet.
No, they haven't played Alabama
Did they
yet.
play UNLV?
But going by that logic, then Kansas should be above Penn State since they just beat Penn State.
Kansas should
I
be
didn't
above
say
Penn
they
State.
should be first. I said they shouldn't be in 4th.
No, I'm just going by Dave's logic. He's like Penn State beat LSU.
No, I
Penn
was
State beat
I wasn't
this,
saying that
LSU,
should be on
Kansas
seeding.
beat Penn
I'm
State.
I'm talking about Penn State's. I'm talking about their resume. They're 7-1. They beat a bunch of teams. They shit the bed one fucking time. One time. We got teams in here shit the bed 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. I think.
Look at
You should be
Iowa.
happy they're still. You're out like Penn State just dropped from number 1 to number 9.
Iowa's 4-4, and they're not even in the top 10.
All right, let's ask Keith to explain himself here, and then Keith, I want to also know. We talked a lot about how this KMPR was supposed to kind of be more of a onesie, twosie kind of thing. You win, you move up, and whatever. How the fuck does Penn State, by only losing their first game, drop from 1 to 4? And then you can talk about, and you can explain all the other shit.
Okay, well, first it was never a onesie twosie thing. It just so happened that it was all 1s and 2s. I believe there was. I don't remember off the top of my head. There was a 1 week where 2 teams moved 4 spots in the same week. So you're telling me it's all 1s and 2s? Not really. But I mean that is kind of a consequence of only having 16 teams as opposed to like 36 or something like that. But yeah, I mean you say it's all 1s and 2s. I don't know, man.
All right.
It wasn't meant to be.
So what you're saying is that because those other teams won, the first spot that Penn State could slide into was 4 because I think UNLV lost in week 8, right? Or did
yes.
UNLV win? Or no, I'm sorry. Did UNLV win, but Ohio State dropped 2?
UNLV won 52-27
Yeah,
to Iowa.
it was-
Ohio State lost 58-48 to Bama.
There you go. There you go.
So Penn State won a tiebreaker with UNLV for the 4th spot. UNLV had absolutely no shot of winning that tiebreaker, so it was pretty secure there. But yeah, and then Bama's ahead of LSU because of head-to-head, and Kansas jumped Penn State for whooping the shit out of them. I mean, that's what you get for getting your ass beat as a top team. That's what we see in real life. If you lose big as a top team, you drop a lot. There's not a whole lot of margin for error for keeping those top spots in college football, and that was part of the whole methodology with this ranking system, was to emulate real college football in a sense. And I get it that it's a video game and it's not actual real college football, but the premise is still the same.
All right, Ray, your first thoughts on this?
I mean, it's very close to what I had, honestly. Actually, it's pretty fucking close. You just switched 2 spots on here. With my rankings, I had UNLV number 4 and Penn State number 5. And going with Ohio State and Tennessee, I just pretty much flip-flopped them as well. But everything else on there is how it lined up with, I almost said his actual name. Oof.
Ooh, easy there, buddy.
How it lined up with Kyrie's top 10.
Whoa, Kyrie. Yogi, your impression here of Week 8 KNPR.
There's no way a 7-1 team drops below a 5-3 team with 1 loss. I don't care if it was about 50 points, in my opinion.
That's a great point. 5-3 versus 7-1. And
Yep.
if we're talking head to head, then I don't know, man. I don't know. But listen, that's the thing about the KNPR, right? It doesn't have to always be logical to us because it's in the system. What's different from the KNPR is the official rankings that the ADs and the league staff vote on to get us our rankings. KNPR is just one entity of that, and everything averages out. So, with no further ado, let's see what our official rankings are going to look to going into Week 9. There you go, folks. We have a new number 1 team. Alabama jumps from 2 to 1, LSU from 3 to 2. Penn State does drop 2 spots in the poll to go to 3rd. UNLV stays put at 4th. Kansas jumps up 1 with their victory over Penn State. Tennessee also bumps up 1. Ohio State dropping to 500 and dropping 2 spots. The interesting thing here is Iowa dropping to 500 went up a spot. So Ohio State was 4-3. They go to 4-4. They drop 2 spots. Iowa was 4-3. They lose to go to 4-4, and they actually move up. That's interesting. Number 9 is Auburn. Number 10, Nebraska. The 2 teams joining us, replacing Syracuse and Notre Dame. Other teams receiving votes: Syracuse, Florida, Missouri, and Notre Dame. Ray, we talked about what you did with your poll. We talked about the KNPR, and now you see the official rankings. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay. Penn State dropping down 2, I'm fine with, honestly. 4 for me, that would have been fine as well, but 3, makes sense. You're going off of 7-1 record, all that, yada yada yada. Does anybody else went back through Penn State's game scores after they just lost their first one and noticed that Penn State hasn't really won a game over 20 points?
Yeah,
it's been decided by like 17 points or less.
So you're saying they're good in the
Penn
clutch?
State.
They're good in the clutch. They're good in close games.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one, Chief. They got lucky. They got lucky on a goddamn revamped glitch against LSU.
Hey, you know what? Everybody's good. Everybody needs a little luck, bro. That's how it rolls.
But honestly, I can agree with these rankings. Alabama absolutely deserves to be number 1. Ever since they've came out slow in the beginning of the season and have just skyrocketed up the rankings, they've somehow found that rhythm inside their offense. They found that defense to hold teams down. Alabama is just coming out the wood chipper and just fucking setting people on fire.
David Ware asking me if he can get a roll of toilet paper called Tide in the chat. Yogi, how does this compare to what you did, and what do you think about the overall rankings?
It's close. I didn't drop Penn State. at all, losing a game.
Yeah.
I know they lost. They lost to the 5th-ranked team who's in their spot that they paid for. I had Alabama and LSU 2-3. And I see down lower where you were talking about Iowa at 4-4 moved up a spot.
Yeah.
That's because all the 3-4 teams lost.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Because there's
'cause
only two.
Auburn-
There's only two
Auburn,
4-4 teams. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Yeah.
Auburn won last week.
Yeah, they won.
weren't-
No, but they were.
3-4.
They were
I
four.
said
Yeah, they were.
3-4 teams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
No.
no. I think
Auburn's
he
a 3 and
meant.
5 team
Listen,
now, so they weren't a 3 and 4
I
team.
said the 3-4 teams lost. So they went to 3-5 instead of 4-4. That's why they moved up a spot.
Okay, I got you now.
Iowa.
All right.
Okay.
Because Auburn was 2-5 and they won. They went to 3-5.
Gotcha.
Florida lost. Okay, I got
Gotcha.
you. I got you now.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't have the graphic that shows what 4 and 3 teams were. I'm assuming it was just the ones that won, and then those two that lost.
4-3
Yeah.
or 3-4 was Florida, Notre Dame, Syracuse. That's who it was.
Yeah, and they all lost. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And they all lost. So that's why the 4-4 jumped up.
There you go. All right. So, Keith, before I ask you the question, I want to say this. I do want to say Penn State did get 4. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 votes for number 1 to keep him in the number 1 spot. So, having 4 number 1 votes and still dropping to 3 is significant because that means some people put them pretty low. Keith, how do you feel about this top 10 compared to KNPR? And do you see any mistakes, any issues, any surprises?
Yeah, I mean, it's at this point. I think the last few weeks it's been like 8 or 9 of the same teams are in both polls. Of course, they're always going to be in different spots, but it's starting to have some more similarity. I mean, the one thing that I disagree with on the official rankings, which I mean, really, we're at a point where you have to start ranking teams that are 3 and 5, even though it feels weird to do so. It kind of feels wrong that Iowa is up that high, and the reason why I say that, look at who they've beat and by how much, and look at who they've lost to, and by how much. It's not easy to be 4 and 4 and have a negative 82 point differential. I mean, you have to
had 2 points against Miami, though.
you have to try to lose that big to so many teams that often.
If you win the championship game 21-20, do they say, "Oh, well, wait a minute, you only won by 1, so we're going to make them the champions"?
Oh,
No. Winning.
everybody in there is going to be like, "Oh, they squeaked out. Fuck them."
A win's a win.
But I mean, those are always going to be the discussions that people are going to have. I mean, if you're in a championship game, then you had to string off a bunch of wins, so you had to have a lot of positive point differentials in there. Yeah, I mean that's the one thing that looks weird to me that I agree with. I agree with the KMPR about, but like I said, we're getting to a point where we have to rank some teams that have losing records, and it feels weird, but that's just the nature of having 16 teams.
All right. Well, there you go, folks. There's the KMPR. There's your Week 8 records, and there's your new official rankings heading into Week 9. Alabama, LSU, Penn State, UNLV, and Kansas in your top 5. Tennessee, Ohio State, Iowa, Auburn, and Nebraska rounding out the top 10. David, where your face is a pity rank. Hey-yo. So that wraps that up. So now we know what we're looking forward to the next couple nights as we go into Week 9 play. And now our other person is in the booth, so we have some more breaking news.
Uh-oh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, several weeks ago, I had a certain gentleman on the show talking about what he was going to do here in the AACL come Season 4. And that man was Greg Soto. Greg Soto was going to bring in Oregon. He was going to be athletic director for Season 4 here. He's going to bring Eugene into the AACL. But there has been a major change in what's going to happen. I'm going to announce it, and then I'm going to bring Greg on to the show. And Glamsy, can I get a drum roll, please? Ladies and gentlemen, Greg's moving from one duck to another, or whatever Crazy Canuck calls this guy. Art Vandelay has decided that he's just a little too busy with real life to be the athletic director of Miami. When Greg Soto was here in the AACL before, when we only had the lower teams, he did say that when we get to the bigger teams, he would like to have Miami. But then Greg missed a season. Art took Miami. Art is a super busy guy. He owns a construction business. He's just swamped all the time. And so they have come to an arrangement that Greg Soto for season 4 will become the new athletic director for the Miami Hurricanes. Art Vandelay will stay on as head coach. Let me bring in the Cuban Missile himself, Greg Soto, in the house. Greg, what's up, bro? How you been, man?
Dímelo, Dave. Estoy bien excitado de. Oh, my bad. It's English.
That's okay. Can you say that to the fucking jury?
It's been a month. Okay.
I was like, I didn't learn Spanish in a month, bro. I was in Texas, but I mean, come on.
Oh, come on. No, man. No, it feels good. Oh, and by the way, when Art is not handling his construction, he's on cruises. So it's very
yeah.
busy
What the
guy.
fuck? The guy's on cruises every fucking time he texts.
Yo, fucking invite me.
I texted him the other day, and he's like, "Oh man, can you hook me up, man? I'm on a cruise." I'm like, "Wait, what?"
Again, another cruise.
So he's doing construction and he's cruising all the time. So, but no, Art and I we chatted, and there's really not going to be any changes to Miami. Whoever's on there right now, can stay on the team. I'm very excited to help the team with progressions and how they're going to build their teams, how they're going to build their players and stuff like that, and give them suggestions and just come on board for season 4 and represent the U. Very happy about that because that's usually what I do in real life, anyways.
Right.
Oregon is a distant second, which I explained that a while back, but. I have. I'm a true hardcore Miami Hurricanes fan. Back from the Orange Bowl days, and even before when I was in elementary school, since like I was in 5th grade. Man, Miami's been the place. Being being raised in South Florida, it was either Miami or nothing. I'm to the point where people would ask me, who do you root for? And I used to say the only professional team in Miami, the Hurricanes, because to me, back in the day, that was the professional team to me. There was really, I never was a Dolphins fan or anything like that. I was just a hardcore Miami Hurricanes fan. So, for a person that actually never went to Miami, I honestly do bleed orange and green. So, but yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for next season and whatever we do. Wherever the league goes, to represent the Miami team and get the Hurricanes up there and keep things rolling and definitely improve.
Yeah.
1-7. 1-7 is not. That's not good. We all know that. So turn that ship around and try to get a winning record.
Seems like you have a lot of weapons on offense. Scoring points has not been a problem for Miami. It's literally been on the defensive side of the ball. You are a defensive player right now.
Yep.
Currently with LSU. Are you planning on keeping your defensive player, or are you going to try to mix things up a little bit?
No, he will be coming in. I'm going to keep status quo. I don't want to take anybody's position that's already there on the team. I don't want to move anybody out of the way. I'm definitely going to be helping on the defensive side. My player will be coming in as a linebacker. I don't know whatever's going to help out, whether it be inside or outside, or if we run the 4-2-5. I really don't know. So I'll have to take a look at that once we get closer in the off season. But I will be keeping my linebacker.
Awesome. Last thing I want you to do is just kind of reiterate. I asked you this question when you were going to bring Oregon in, and what I just did with Crazy Canuck a little bit ago with him bringing Michigan in next season is, give your little spiel. Tell the people why people should come to Miami starting in season 4.
Yeah, no. This goes first. I want to talk to the players that are on the team right now. If you feel at home in Miami, I'm like I said, I'm going to bring just Miami fandom all the way through to the team. Definitely, go ahead and come back to the team. We're just going to get better. We're going to build it stronger. We're going to have a better and newer Miami. Going into season 4. Again, I don't only, if people know me, even from soccer and from the soccer leagues and also what I do with other leagues, I love scouting. I love looking at playbooks. That's something that I'm going to bring to the table. And I also, love, making players better, helping players build a better player. I have a particular system that I like. I incorporate it in all the other leagues that I've had, which I'm going to be doing the same thing, talking to every player, how to make their players better, who do they want to be, who do they don't want to be as a player, and just kind of mix that together and make them the best they can be for themselves and for the team. So
awesome. Well, for those of you who don't know, Greg Soto. He's been an owner and a manager in the SSF. He's been an owner and a head coach in the SFL. He's been a prior athletic director here in the AACL. So he definitely has the experience to do all the things he's talking about. So I think we're looking forward to some really fun stuff there in Miami, especially now that you can have that natural rivalry with Florida and Wink. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to season 4, bro. And I'm glad you're coming back to the U where you always wanted to be.
No, I appreciate it. The Canes Cartel is coming, season 4.
There you go. Boom. All right.
I was half expecting to see the Oregon Duck just post "Let me in," and then it's just the AACL logo.
I do feel bad
of that.
I do feel a little bad because, like I said, I really do. I when Miami is not on, I do root for Oregon. That they have a soft spot in my heart. Especially like I said, when my son was playing Pop Warner late at night, when we would show up, go back home on Saturdays. The only thing on was the old Pac-12, So
yeah,
I actually been watching Oregon since Joey Harrington days.
Yep.
So
good old Pac-12 after dark, baby.
Yeah, Pac-12 after dark. Even my son now, sometimes we'll talk like, "Hey, did you catch the Oregon game?" Once, about 95% of our conversations are Miami Hurricanes. But on other college football, it's Oregon Ducks and of course Purdue because he graduated from Purdue. So we talk about those 3 teams, but not Miami Hurricanes takes about 95% of our conversation.
Hey, you do have one question, chat, before I let you go. Crazy Canuck asking, is it just a bird thing with you, ibises and ducks, or what's the deal?
I don't know. Yeah, it's the ibis ducks. No, it's not a bird. I don't think it's a bird thing.
We ever go to the NFL, he's just going to have his rocks.
The answer I was expecting was, I'll give you the bird, Crazy Canuck.
No, but I will tell you that I've noticed since I've gotten older, green seems to be coming up a lot. Miami, Oregon. I'm an athletics fan from a long time ago, back from the McGuire and Jose Canseco days,
right,
in the 80s and 90s. So green seems to come up on some teams that I like. Though I do have some reds and oranges and some yellows and stuff like that with Manchester United and a couple of my other soccer teams. And I guess Inter Miami, they wear black and pink and white. So that changes it up again. But yeah, I don't know, the ibis thing and the ducks. That's a funny.
It is.
That's a funny thought.
It is funny. Well, Greg, thanks for joining us again tonight. Congrats on getting the team that you wanted all along, and we're looking forward to seeing what you do in season 4.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Let's rock on. Miami Cartel. Let's go.
All right, bro. That was everybody. That was Greg Soto. He's going to be the new athletic director there in Miami season 4. Art Vandelay stepping down, but will remain as head coach. That's going to bring us up to just a couple more things. We'll be done around 10 is what I'm thinking. We're going to talk about players of the week. I think we had 10 or 11 entities this time that voted for your rankings and your players of the week. So let me get this going. I'm going to tell you right now, offensive player of the week, we had a tie. So we have co-players of the week. So
finally,
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fucked up my graphic a little bit, but, you know, I do what I got to do.
Wait, how do we tie? Hold on.
What?
Who do we tie with?
Who's we?
That's what I'm wondering about.
I imagine there was one person that would have won if he stayed in the league.
Oh, yeah. Actually, there's two people that could have been in contention, and they both left since in the last month. Can you believe that shit? Unbelievable. All right, so the first Offensive Player of the Week award for Week 8 goes to... Artist God, who broke he broke the record with 287 receiving yards. So that is why he is up there as your co-offensive player of the week. 16 receptions, 287 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And I can't remember, did he break the record of somebody else that just broke it, or did somebody break his record afterwards?
Yeah, that record was broken twice in 1 week.
But he was the one who broke the new record already, right?
Yeah, so J-Rock set the record with 236. Like, I want to say it was the day before, and then Artist God comes in there and breaks the receiving yards record, and I will say also the single game receptions record.
Well, poor J-Rock didn't even have 24 hours, man. That sucks. Sucks to be J-Rock, I guess. I mean, literally anything that has to do with Alabama sucks anyway. So.
Actually, it was the same day that record was broken.
Was
Bama was the midweek, and then Miami-Auburn was right after it.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right, so your second co-offensive player of the week for Week 8 is... And I hinted at this earlier. Pink Lisa does it again. 26 of 29. 367 yards, another 153 on the ground, and 7 total touchdowns. Since they switched up playbooks, the last 3 to 4 weeks, she has been completely in fuego. Those are your offensive players of the week. Artist God and Pink Lisa, real quick, 30 seconds each. Ray Bashan, what do you think about these picks?
Old Lisa's back, motherfucker.
Lisa's back. Lisa's back. Lisa's back. Yogi. Yogi.
Yogi.
Yogi.
I agree with your statement there, Yogi.
I mean, I think Yogi right now, Ray, I think Yogi is speechless. Unbelievable. We'll go to Keith. I don't know what Yogi's doing, but I guess we'll jump to Keith.
I will say, I think it is hilarious that these two teams played each other.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Have someone else go.
So you want
player of the week,
dude? So you want to hear something funny for this?
They played each
yeah,
other?
I will also say.
Yes, they played each
yeah,
other.
they're on the
all
same graphic.
20.
So because this silver graphic with the defensive player and offensive player, all that is one graphic, and then I lay these things on top of it. I originally had the graphic where it was just one graphic with the two of them side by side because that's how it is on the game. But I couldn't move the offensive player of the week, so I had to make a second one, unfortunately. But yes, they played against each other in the same game.
I was muted.
Are you talking about for Week 8?
Yes.
That they played each other?
Yep.
No, because Syracuse faced Nebraska. Auburn had Miami. Oh, that is Miami. I'm an
Holy
idiot.
fucking
I'm seeing
shit!
Orange. I'm seeing orange.
Somebody
can somebody
please clip that? Somebody please clip that. Please.
I'm seeing fucking orange, and I'm like, that's Syracuse. Damn it!
Please.
Wrong.
So
Were you on that jury earlier?
there were.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, you were.
I was the one to be like, hey, that 112 cars back.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with them.
Listen, I was going the opposite direction, facing away from it, and I saw everything. So fuck you.
Listen, this is what happens when Dave leaves for a month. My logic just goes out the window. Not
Apparently.
like I had any logic anyway. But
So let me tell you this, and then I'm going to get Yogi's thoughts on this. 10 people voted for this, 10 ADs. Artist Scotty got 4 votes. Pink Lisa got 4 votes. David Ware got the other 2 votes. David Ware in the chat also pumping up his stats. 529 yards passing with 128 on the ground and 5 touchdowns. You were in the mix, David Ware. You just didn't get it against a record breaker and 7 touchdowns.
You didn't get 2 more touchdowns.
And that too. And there you go. Yogi, your thoughts on Artist God breaking the record and Pink Lisa just being about as efficient as you can be?
I said that Pink Lisa loves the Cal playbook, but I want to make sure we give David Ware the Ray Bashan Pump My Stats Up This Week award.
Exactly. Yeah. See, David Ware knows how it feels now. Losing a fucking offensive player of the week to Pink Lisa. But honestly, it's even worse for Ware because she didn't do it in overtime.
I swear to God, I'm going to go on Etsy after this show. I'm going to send Ray a fucking What About Me t-shirt.
There you go.
Do it.
Please
I'll
do.
fucking wear
Please
it.
do.
Fuck it. It's
I
gonna
will
be,
wear
and
it.
it's gonna be pink, just so you know.
Oh, with Auburn on the back.
On the back, it's got the pink Lisa logo.
Yeah, boom.
Yeah.
What's up? Who's the real pink Lisa? Who's with a real pink Lisa? Please stand up.
Oh, Lisa, what do you mean?
That's Michaela, but that's a whole other story.
Oh,
David Ware says it was a record breaking for passing yards. I thought. I think that we thought it was, but it didn't end up being. Keith will have to let us know about that.
It is not. It's not. He is just outside the top 3 all time.
Okay, there you go,
how about
David.
season? How about season? Number 1 for the season.
I know there was a whole argument about Dave's receiving yards.
Hey,
so
preseason. Hey, the tournament counts, fucker.
individual QB performances, yes, that is number 1 for the season.
Yeah, for the season.
Dude,
yes.
nobody's breaking my fucking tournament record. I'm just saying that. I'm gonna go out on I'm going out on a limb and say right now, nobody's breaking that fucking record. So fuck off.
Artist God just did
No.
just did in week 8 because you had 281.
I had 281.
287.
No, I had
Yes.
290 something. I thought.
No, you had 281, dude.
Well,
Yep.
that's fine. I'll just go edit his shit. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of that later.
Clip it now. Clip it now. It says 287 right there. Clip it.
Okay, hold on. Where's
267. What happened?
where's the button to go off air?
You're like baseball.
Oh,
where
damn,
the-
there was an error. He only had 28 yards.
yeah, baseball
Yeah.
where the
Oh, yeah.
official score.
It was
changes
actually
after-
28.7. I forgot the decimal.
This game, man.
All right.
We got decimals.
Oh, fucking decimals. All right. Your defensive player of the week for week 8 is
Drum roll. Drum
her
roll.
her shit's not working. Hold on. God damn it.
Jeopardy music.
I'm looking for the crickets now.
Crickets.
Where are
yeah.
the crickets?
There's your fucking crickets. I'll hit the drum roll again.
Crickets.
And we're still not fucking doing it.
Hold
What
on.
the fuck?
What the fuck?
Ba-dum.
How is
Good
it?
enough.
Why is it not working?
What do you mean what's not working?
The drum roll,
We didn't hear any drum.
I just hit the drum roll.
bro.
It
It's,
didn't come up.
there
it
you
is.
go. And now I'm
was
You
not.
got
muted.
it fucking muted or
Hey,
something?
It was muted.
no. Were you? Oh, Clamsy was.
I was hitting the drum roll.
No, Clamsy's muted. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You fucked it up. Anyway, hit it again so I can hit the button. Nate Ironsides, 11 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. I'm sorry, a tackle for loss and 2 interceptions. Nate Ironsides, the strong safety for Florida, is your defensive player of the week, but he only won. It was close. Check this out. Nate Ironsides only got 3 votes. Klein got 2, Kal-El got 2, Knuckles got 1, and Churchill got 1. So there were a lot of people in the mix for defensive player of the week, but Nate Ironsides gets that 1 extra vote, so he walks away with the award defensive player in the AACL for week 9. So congrats to Artist God, Pink Lisa, Nate Ironsides on your week 8 awards. Where's the claps? We need claps, bro.
God, do your job, clams.
Clams. Come on, Clams.
She's yelling. She's yelling at the girls. She doesn't have time.
There you go. This will bring, you know what? Who else was yelling at the girls? Those fucking people that were 14
Heyo.
lanes back and fucking 3 lanes over. They had 3 kids in the car. They weren't distracted at all.
Did we
The,
ever put the pick'ems out on the Discord, by the way?
It went out today, and so I was going to talk about that in this segment. This is the last segment of the night, folks. Appreciate everybody staying late. We needed a nice little big show here just to kind of get reunited, have some story time, kind of get into stuff that we might have forgotten about a month ago or so. But here are your pick'ems, and listen, the pick'ems, I told Holdorf today, I said just put them in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Doesn't matter what day we're playing or when they're playing. They're all good. They're all open now. Actually, I'm going to open them right now while we're on here.
They're all open now. Hold on, I
Hold
gotta
on.
Hang on,
open
let
it.
me open it. You
I
got to keep in mind now. You got to keep in mind now. The training for this show is the same exact training that Tennessee jurors get.
yeah, fucking. Actually, I think the Tennessee jurors might get more.
I get more.
Yeah,
Heyo.
I'm just saying. Hey, let's see.
Hold on, I'll open them now. They're
Hold
like
on.
12 car lake.
Listen, motherfuckers.
But
There-
he looks scared.
Listen, just because there's a recording of me saying something doesn't mean it's true. Just because I said I shot that bitch in the face doesn't mean I shot that bitch in the face.
Did you see me shoot that?
It's a,
bitch
it's a
in the
play
face?
on words.
I was paraphrasing. All right. Pick'ems are now officially open. If anybody can throw that in there at everyone, whatever, I would appreciate it. So just know that the games are there for Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. They're all open now. They're only going to be open until 5:30 tomorrow, and I'm closing them all down. So if you want fucking, points for your pick'ems towards progression, you better get in the next 24, or not even 24 hours, probably like 20 hours. So, all right, first things first. Ohio State is traveling to Syracuse. I don't really have a lot of recollection since we've been gone a month about how these two teams played recently before the break, so I'm not even going to preface it with anything. I'm just going to go around the horn, start with Ray. Ray, Ohio State, I know they are ranked. I think they're 7th or 8th, something like that. Syracuse has dropped out of the top 10. How do you see this going down here in Week 9 between the Buckeyes and the Orange?
Syracuse football sucks.
Did I give you enough time to get that button ready? Because I was kind of dragging out that intro.
You actually did. 'Cause I was finishing up my picks. I was like, oh shit, where's the sound?
All
Where's
right,
the
so Ray, what can you tell me? What do you think? Yeah, all right.
I'm whispering you, Dave. Quick, draw dicks on the whiteboard.
Draw 11
Draw
dicks. I'm drawing 11 dicks on the whiteboard right now.
Is wrong with you.
I told y'all that is my new favorite fucking sound because it's true almost every single week. Besides the 3 lucky ass fucking wins that they have, Syracuse is not gonna fucking win a goddamn game against Ohio State. Are you fucking kidding me?
All right.
Ohio State is going to run all over them bitches.
All right, so we got 1 vote for Ohio State. Yogi?
Ohio State had been hot until that last loss, but you do have to watch out with Syracuse's playbook change. They've been playing a little better, but I've still got to go with Ohio State. I think they got too much firepower.
Okay, before I get to Keith, I noticed Art Vandelay has joined the chat. I think I might have said hi to him. I see Benji Matson now. I see Doug Britton. I already said hi to Gunny. So we got a bunch more people jumping in here. Welcome to the show, even though you're late. Justin Reside calling his shot like a la Babe Ruth here. I will get a pick 6 in the dome. Calling it now, Dave.
Write that down, Patrick. Write that down.
Write it. Yep. Screenshot that shit. Keith, 2 things. Will Justin Reside get a pick 6, and who's going to win this game?
I'm not going to comment on Justin Reside getting a pick 6 because I don't want to be wrong. So there you go. And
it's not easy to be wrong. It's not going to happen.
You're wrong every week.
Bro, Justin Reside could be 15 car links back and 3 lanes over. He's not getting a pick 6, bro.
Yeah, and you know what? Oh my gosh. And speaking of not being wrong, yeah.
Hey, stop tooting my own horn, bro. Let's talk about something else.
Never.
Hurry up and shove the answer out.
Ohio State's winning this game. Syracuse has been struggling on offense all season. They got destroyed by Nebraska last week. Both these teams coming off a loss. I just think Ohio State's the better team. Home field advantage doesn't matter. Ohio State's winning.
Yogi, who'd you pick?
Ohio State doesn't have home.
No, Syracuse is at home.
Yeah. Home field advantage doesn't matter in this game.
Oh, okay, all right.
Home, yeah.
You said Ohio State and then home field advantage was like, what?
Yogi, who did you pick?
Ohio State.
Okay, so sweep Ohio State.
Too much firepower.
I actually think that. Fuck. What do I think? I think Syracuse has a chance at home. I mean, Taz, he's a roller coaster. Maybe this is an up week for him. I have a hard time picking Ohio State for anything other than for calling them names and stuff. So I'm going to go with Syracuse just because I hate Ohio State. Game number 2. Notre Dame Irish coming off a loss. Iowa coming off a loss. A 500 team and a sub-500 team. Ray, where are you going with this one?
Iowa just hasn't seemed like themselves. Notre Dame, I guess, they are kind of figuring everything out, going through the progressions, figuring out what works and what doesn't. I have to take the away team here again in a very close matchup, but Notre Dame will get the edge over Iowa.
Notre Dame will get the edge over Iowa. Okay, Yogi, you agree or disagree?
Boy, he talks like Notre Dame like he's not the quarterback of that team anymore already. That team, yeah.
He's trained in the. He's trained in the.
Thinking blue.
He's trained the
Already
green for the
thinking
blue. Exactly. Exactly.
Notre Dame's got too much offensive firepower. They just have to play a little bit of defense, and this should be an easy win for them.
All right, Keith, where you go?
Well, I'm going to be that guy. I think that Iowa has a pretty decent chance. Notre Dame's defense has really, really been struggling this whole season. Iowa's offense has also really, really been struggling. They're actually last in points scored. But both these teams are pretty one-dimensional. They're the two teams that have less than 1,000 total rushing yards this season. So they're very pass-heavy. They play with pretty similar styles. Iowa's at home. I'm going to go them. But there's also an emotional reason, which is that fucking Delaney joined Michaela's team in the SSF tournament.
Oh.
And I have expressed.
I am sorry.
And I have a direct quote that it was just so he can beat me. So fuck you, Delaney.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Hey, just for that, Kirk, I'm gonna throw him like 3 touchdowns.
This is
Awesome.
the only time that an Iowa State alum will ever root for Iowa is in this situation right here.
Hey, who did you say is the worst? Has the least points, or what did you said it was Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa has 240 total points scored on the season. That is the fewest of anyone.
That is shocking to me with that offense and the way they can sling the ball. That's shocking. All right, I am going. I'm going Iowa at home. I'm taking the home teams on game 1 and 2. Notre Dame at Iowa. I've got Iowa. Game number 3. I think this is the game of the week. We're probably going to put it in a slot where it will make the most sense. Ray and I will talk about it after the show. But you got number 1 versus number 4. Both teams are 6-2. This should be definitely the game of the week, Ray. Possibly the game of the season, depending on how it plays out. Who you got in this one?
Listen, we all went UNLV when they were going on that crazy undefeated run earlier in the season. I said it before when we were talking about the new rankings that just came out. Alabama is on that hot streak, and there is no slowing down. Roll Tide, roll over the fucking Rebels.
Roll Tide.
Wait a minute. Have you gone from Roll Tears Roll to Roll Tide Roll?
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
I
yes.
will go any single fucking way I will, okay?
Roll
I will be fucking Pat McAfee in this bitch. I will sing the theme song of the other fucking team and be like, give me Alabama!
toilet paper roll Tide. All right, here we go. Yogi, who's up?
UNLV has got to run the ball to have a chance in this game, but ever since Alabama got more players, they have been on a roll, and I can't pick against them.
It looks like one of the Sosas is in the house. It looks like he jumped in. Did I say hi to Freddie earlier? I think I did. All right, Keith, rounded at Alabama UNLV, number 1 versus number 4.
Yeah, I agree with you, Dave. I think this is probably the game of the week. I think Kansas versus Florida is probably the other big contender for me. As far as who I think will win, I agree with Yogi that UNLV needs to run the ball. I think Fillmore is one of 3 players that's over 1,000 yards on the season. They've been feeding in the ball all season, and it's been working out for them so far. Bama's defense in their last game showed that they can be vulnerable at times. And UNLV does not turn the ball over very much. Plus, they have home field advantage. I don't know, man. I'm kind of leaning UNLV here.
Yeah, I'm actually going to go with UNLV as well. Number 1, because I hate Alabama. Number 2, I think Alabama they're on that high for beating Penn State, so I can see a letdown. Number 3, they're playing in the desert. UNLV playing at home. Those are 3 reasons why I'm taking the running Rebels to let Alabama have that very, very short stint there at the top of the rankings. As we move to game number 4. Now, this doesn't look like much of a game on paper. You got the second-ranked team in the nation, LSU, playing at home in Death Valley with a 6-2 record, hosting the 1-7 Miami Hurricanes. However, Miami can put points up. I could see a potential upset here. Does anybody else agree with me? As David Ware says, you hate Bama and would pick against them even if it was against a Pee Wee team. I agree with that, bro. I would actually, if Alabama played the Tennessee Jurors, I would still root for fucking the Tennessee Jurors. I would pick
Just
the
about the fucking
I would pick the 11 jurors over fucking Alabama.
And that's because you're going to set the new receiving record in the game.
Fucking
Yeah,
A, I
got
am.
it.
Fucking A, I am. Fuck you, Dave.
A question about LSU: is Brute Bandit still the running back?
So
Or is he
that'll be whether the name stays or not will be up to Frank, and I will be DMing him tonight or in the morning about
Does
that.
he keep the same numbers?
He does not keep. Well, I'll have
Okay,
to wait. Actually,
that's a big variable.
wait. Hold on. I'll have to look and see if he was a walk-on or not.
Okay.
If he's a walk-on, then yes, the numbers stay. If he was a recruit, then no, they will go down.
No
Okay.
chance. He was in the league last season, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
so he'll
yeah.
he'll drop down to AI
Okay.
numbers. Not AI. I'm sorry. What do you call it? Walk-on
That's
numbers? Sorry.
that's a big difference because that's a lot of their offense in
Yeah.
the last 3 or 4 weeks.
That's a good point. Ray, did you already say your thing?
No, you were going off about Alabama
Yeah.
with the
And
jurors.
and the juror football team.
The Knoxville Jurors versus the Alabama Toilet Paper Roll Tide. All right, go ahead.
All right, you sat here and said Miami could put up points, but unfortunately, this ain't college football 25.
Bro, they put up
They ain't
70. They put up 70 at some point this season, right?
They ain't putting up any fucking points against LSU.
That was preseason.
Bro,
Yeah,
hey,
that
it's
was preseason
wait,
as well.
was it a game? Was it in the AACL? They did it.
It was the preseason. They don't
Hold on.
fucking matter.
David Ware says, "Fuck you, Dave," and I say that with the most hate possible.
Unfortunately, this ain't college football 25. All right, we all know what Miami is. They're 1-7. They got a miraculous one win sometime in the fucking week just to ruin
Yeah,
everybody's
Virginia
joy
Tech.
and happiness.
Okay, wait. Who
Virginia
did
Tech
who
and
did
their
Miami
broken
beat?
down fucking on-star quarterback.
Was it Miami that knocked the 5-0 UNLV off their fucking pedestal?
No, they
Miami beat Virginia Tech.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it Miami who
Virginia
beat Virginia Tech off their pedestal?
Yes, they beat us off our 2 and 5
They
pedestal.
took-
Yeah.
They ripped the on-star
2
out
and
of
4,
fucking
yeah.
Virginia Tech.
I knew it was something like that.
9-1-1.
It doesn't matter if Brute Bandit if he has the same stats or if he has the new stats. It doesn't matter because LSU still has that offensive firepower. I'm taking the fucking Tigers over Miami.
All right, Yogi, where you at?
If Brute Bandit's not there, that's gonna make LSU throw the ball. I know they've got the talent to do it, but I'm going visiting team again. I'm going to go with Miami in an upset. Jimmy Slick Pants.
Ooh, that's huge. All right, Keith, you got the stats. You know the numbers better than anybody else. Does Miami have a chance against LSU?
Man, that's a tough call. I think we've all said before that the run game is a huge part of LSU's game, and yes, it is. Rushing yards account for I think 57% of their total yards on the season, and Brute Bandit, I don't know what his numbers are off the top of my head, but their number one rushing attack, Larry Ballin, is still on the team, and with that spread option offense that they play, that just runs. I mean, they hold the ball for forever, it seems like. They're going to have a chance against most teams, and that, coupled with their number one defense, they have allowed by far the fewest points this season. It is not even close. Couple of those things with at home. I have a tough time seeing Miami winning this one.
All right, here's my theory. David Ware says Bandit will be 15 cars back but can still run the ball. Here's my prediction. UNLV beats Alabama. Miami beats LSU. Penn State gets back to number one. That's what I'm calling. So Miami over LSU. That's the first away team I've taken. That's your first 4 games, not necessarily the 4 games tomorrow night. Game 5 this week, maybe. Kansas at Florida. This ought to be a good one. Kansas coming off the Penn State win. You've got Florida, who a couple people here on this panel have said is the hottest 3-5 team. Ray, what do you got? You got the Kansas still doing their thing, or is there going to be a letdown coming?
Kansas. Oh, huge win against Penn State. Huge win. Unfortunately, greed is going to overcome your team, and you're thinking that you're walking into the swamp, and it's going to be an easy-ass game for y'all, but Florida's going to run their fucking swamp like they usually do. I'm taking the Gators in an upset over Kansas.
Dude, David Ware's killing me right now. Fuck you, Dave Axis, your jury duty loving ass. Yogi, Kansas and Florida. Kansas finally beating Penn State. They happen to be that team, that beats top teams. We talked about that. Had they beaten Auburn and Penn State or whatever. But Florida's supposedly the hottest 3-5 team. Who do you got in this one?
Did Kansas switch playbooks? Add a playbook, or are they custom? What are they?
They did switch playbooks. I
Yes.
can't remember what they switched.
So it
to.
worked pretty well for them, and I think Florida's defense is going to be their weak spot, their Achilles heel, and I think another visiting team is going to come in and win.
Kansas got rid of their...
I think it was their general spread they got rid of, if I remember right.
Or got rid of Ohio State. Hold on. SMU.
Or
But
that,
they
I
did
don't
switch books.
Yes,
That was
they
their
did.
new book they ran last week, and it worked pretty well for them.
Yeah, I think I wrote it wrong on the graphic, so we'd have to ask Benji. I think Benji's actually in the chat, so if he's listening, maybe he can hook us up.
All I needed to know was they switched, and it made a difference, and I'm going to stick with it.
Okay. Keith, Kansas and Florida, bro. What do the numbers say? What do you say?
This is going to be a close game. It's hard to see this not being a close game, I think. You two very differing styles of play. Florida likes to sling the ball a little more than Kansas does, although Howitzer's been showing off his arm here and there. Kansas, sneakily good defense. Their defense has been pretty underrated this season. Their offense has been lagging behind a little bit compared to their defense, but obviously it hasn't been a problem for them. Shoot, this is honestly a toss-up, and you know me. Whenever there's a toss-up, I go home team. So I'm going Florida.
So I think Florida's on kind of a downspin right now, and I think Kansas has all the momentum, maybe the most momentum of any team in the AACL with the new playbook and beating the number one team in the nation. So I'm going Kansas on the road at Florida in this one. So I've got I've got 3 home teams and 2 away teams. That brings up Auburn, quite possibly one of the hottest teams in the league, at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech down at, what did we say, 2-6? But they're playing at home, and we know Virginia Tech, they are literally nicknamed the roller coaster team. So is the roller coaster up this week, Ray, or is it down?
Listen, they still got to figure out that OnStar application for Virginia Tech, I swear. Yeah, I don't know how you have not thrown that fucking Monte Carlo in the goddamn junkyard yet, because he is not running anything for that offense. The offense has no spirit in it. It has no life. Somebody just left. I hope that's not Yogi that just left.
Who else?
It was Clams.
Oh, okay.
It was Clams. Or PC went on screensaver mode. And motherfuckers, Pink Lisa's back.
Yep.
There's no stopping Pink Lisa and her retribution of getting back to the top. Auburn's taken out Virginia Tech.
You know, Ray, before we go on to Yogi and Keith, let me ask you this. If Auburn had picked the Cal playbook at the beginning of the season, do you think they'd still be on top? Would they have not gone through that bad stint they went through?
They could very well be on top. If they just stuck to their game plan and just kept the playbook that led them to an undefeated season and an undefeated preseason, they definitely would be at the top of the league right now.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that is their book, right? It's what gets them their W's. That's it. Yogi, Auburn at Virginia Tech. That's your team, bro. What do you think?
It's that team in Roanoke. I worry about Pink Lisa in the new playbook. They're playing well. We played them very tough in the preseason tournament, and we were running just because we didn't have any wide receivers. We ran the Army playbook.
Right.
Our defense is going to have to step up like that again. But we took Chevy Monte Carlo into the shop. We had the oil drained. We replaced it with synthetic. We ran it for 2,000 miles. And we went back and had more synthetic oil put in. He is ready to go. He put that many miles on doing laps around the field, so he's ready to go.
Hey, this is a family show, bro. I don't want to hear about you changing his oil.
I'm taking Virginia Tech.
You're taking Virginia
I know,
Tech.
surprise.
I shocker,
My
right?
first
Your
time
own
team,
team. Your
yeah.
own team. Real quick, in the chat, we have a bunch of fucking losers telling me to go fuck myself. So you guys can all go fuck yourselves. How about David Ware and fucking Corn? How about you go find yourself a fucking jury somewhere and go sit on that bitch for a while? Keith, who you got in this Auburn at Virginia Tech matchup?
I tell you what, this is gonna be another close one.
I'm sorry, real quick. Corn, yeah, we did for the first hour and a half when you weren't here, but Clams had to go do something. Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, so couple notable stats about Virginia Tech to keep in mind here. Number 4 overall defense in the league so far. You wouldn't think that for a 2-6 team,
No,
would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, another thing, they're 2-6. They have a -6 point differential. So if
That's not bad. But that's not bad, right? Compared to, didn't you say there's only 2 teams that had a positive point differential?
No, there's more than that. But if you have 4 more losses and your point differential is only -6, that means you're not losing by much and you're winning by a lot. So if you ask me, man, I think Virginia Tech is way, way, way overdue for a win. Kind of like Miami was for a while. They need to keep giving Bogey Bar the ball. I know that he gets it a million times every game, but it's because that dude is very good at what he does. Finally found the end zone last game.
Yeah.
I think Pink Lisa is gonna do Pink Lisa things, man. I think she's gonna throw a bunch of picks, and it's gonna cost him in the end. I'm picking Virginia Tech.
So I'm kind of going the opposite route. I agree with that. I think Virginia Tech is better than their record. Obviously, with 6 points, I mean, that's like 1 point a game, right? But I think that if you look at Pink Lisa, she was throwing interceptions on those old playbooks. She's been so efficient on this new playbook. She's been player of the week, I think, 2 of the last 3 weeks, 3 of the last 4, whatever the fuck it is. It's been a lot, or at least she's been in contention. I think Auburn continues to roll if he doesn't change up that Cal playbook. And I could actually see it being more than a 6-point victory for sure. So I'll take Auburn in this.
So that means you're not giving me my custom playbook if you're taking Auburn.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Actually, if I was you, I don't know if that's the fucking team I would want to try it against. But
oh yeah, it is.
I'm going to attempt to get up in the morning and work on the teams that have
ain't
their.
Gonna happen. I
didn't mean like I didn't mean like early in the morning.
Like coffee at 11. See you then.
Yo, like 2 p.m. 2 p.m. in the morning. That's what I meant.
Got you.
That's what I meant.
That's a retired thing.
That's exactly it. So I've got Auburn. All right. Second to last game, at least on this graphic, not necessarily in the order of games that we're going to play them this week. Missouri, one of only 3 of those 3 and 5 teams coming off a victory against a Tennessee team that's been looking pretty good, is kind of situating themselves in that top half echelon. Missouri at Tennessee here at Neyland Stadium here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Ray, who'd you pick?
This game was a toss-up for me, honestly. I could have went with Missouri. I could have went with Tennessee. But I'm going to go with the earthquake that's going to happen in the middle of the third quarter. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, my God.
No. Both teams are playing fucking excellent. They're playing lights-out football, as much as the record will not show you. But it's kind of hard for me to choose. It's going to be a close matchup, probably be decided by 3 points or less. I have to go with the Volunteers over the Tigers.
Volunteers over the Tigers at home. Yogi, what about you?
Well, the deciding vote for me is how many of your jurors are on the Tennessee team?
All of them.
Oh,
but the problem is they're probably going to be late because they're 15 fucking cars back trying to get in the stadium.
Right,
so.
right, and they're trying to see what their facial expressions are. 15 cars back. Got it.
The question is, are they going to jump off the bus?
Sure.
Well, I don't know. They've got their back to us, so I can't tell. So go ahead.
We have a tie for our story of the week. One says she was pushed, one says she jumped. Yeah, we have a tie.
That's what she said.
So Tennessee's on a roll. I think they get themselves solidly in the top 5 this week.
David Leathers in the chat saying he thinks Missouri-Tennessee is going to be a close game. Keith, what do you think about that?
I do too.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a close game. I don't know about Tennessee being on a roll considering they lost by 12 in week 7, but
no, but they won in week 8.
They did, correct. That doesn't necessarily mean you're on a roll. That was my point.
Well,
you're on a 1-game roll.
dude.
Look,
Yeah,
the last 5 games.
It's a 1-game winning streak, bro.
No, I
Win one.
It's a one.
Yeah.
We need one. We're going for one. Go ahead.
yeah.
Don't let us get one.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tennessee's offense has been struggling a little more than it seems like they may have been. Do I think that will matter in this game? Probably not. I think Tennessee's offense is gonna figure it out, and they might score some freaking points in this game against Missouri. I'm picking Tennessee.
Yeah, I'm also going with Tennessee just because I'm a homer, number one. But also, I think Mizzou is just too inconsistent. You just don't know which Mizzou team's going to show up. Woo! Yeah, and I think you're right. I think when they get Flash Freddy going and Rodney Dangerfield does this thing, and fucking Klein was second in the voting for Defensive Player of the Week this week. So I think Tennessee's got a lot of good things going on over there. I take the Volunteers at home as well. That brings up the last game on the graphic. And this is going to be a tough one for me. Penn State at Nebraska, the number one team that earlier, when I said that I thought Alabama would lose and LSU would lose and Penn State would get back number one, I forgot they were playing Nebraska. So I'm glad I get to go last on this one, and Ray has to go first. So, Ray, Penn State, do they lose 2 in a row, or are they back in form in Lincoln, Nebraska?
I know she's not here. She's not in the VC. She's not in the chat right now. Hi, Michaela. We're back after a month. Now you have to listen to me.
That's right. Keith, is she working tonight? What's she doing?
Yeah, she's leading her youth group, I think, right now at church.
Tonight? Okay.
Oh,
all right.
You rather be there than listen to my good old voice.
Unbelievable.
Sitting here having to determine your fate for this week in AACL football, huh?
I don't.
Jesus.
She better. Yeah. Well, that's exactly where she is. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Leave
dude.
it. Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. I mean, hey, he goes to Notre Dame. It's okay. All right, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I got touchdown Jesus.
That's right.
Touchdown Jesus. There you go.
I got touchdown Jesus. Penn State finally tasting the defeat by 30 points, nonetheless. My God, was it glorious just to see that happen. But you're having me choose between a team that I want to fail versus Michaela, who I want to fail. I mean, the new Pink Lisa that I want to fail.
Wait, how many new Pink Lisas are there? Is Pink Lisa the new new Pink Lisa?
There's old Pink Lisa, which she is now back.
Okay.
There's new Pink Lisa, which was given to Michaela.
Yeah.
And
now
then
there's the
blue Lisa, which is me.
Oh, that's right. And now there's the new old Lisa that's back.
Exactly.
The real one. All right. Well, I'm glad we got that cleared up.
I'm not
Did we
sure
figure
I'm
out
clear.
our Lisas?
Dude, it's gonna be the Lisas versus the Jurors in the fucking championship game. All right. Penn State at Nebraska.
Right.
So what are you hinting at here, Ray?
Oh, Crazy has a good eye in the chat. It's husband versus wife again. The hate Nate
that's
versus Mrs.
right.
Me.
That's right. Good call.
Forgot Mrs. Me was a tight end.
Good call.
Sorry, Crazy Canuck. You might as well hide your balls again, because I'm going with Mrs. Me in Nebraska to upset the Nittany Lions.
Boom. How about that? Also, for those of you who might have missed it, on the last game, when we were talking about the Missouri-Tennessee game, I missed the part where Gunny reminded everyone that Tennessee is actually undefeated in the month of August.
Yes, they are. They're hot.
Dude, I'm undefeated in the month.
We're all fucking undefeated.
Undefeated.
Miami's undefeated.
Yeah. Oh my God, Miami.
No, we're not. You're
Miami
not
has
saying
not
that.
lost a game.
That's not fucking true.
Dude, Miami has not lost a game in a month.
Miami turned on their Xbox and they lost the game. What do you mean?
Oh, speaking of Miami, by the way, if you guys go over to Recruit Hype when you get a chance, Greg Soto just dropped a fucking bomb video for in Recruit Hype. So, Yogi, this is our last game. We only got a few minutes left. We're going to bring Freddie on to sing us goodnight. But Penn State and Nebraska, who'd you pick?
I had a tough time with this one, but I'm going to go with Nebraska at home.
You're fired.
I think Penn State's got something going on right now. I don't know what it is. I just got a gut feeling. I'm going to go Nebraska.
Okay, so Keith, is it that Penn State has something going on right now, like Yogi mentioned, or is it going to be a Penn State rebounds from their worst loss in their program's history, and they're going to take it out on Nebraska?
feels like just from a numbers perspective, there's a million different storylines that you could tell here. You could talk about Blitzkrieg. Where the hell has he been all season? Numbers-wise, Pauly Truth, #1 overall recruit, who hasn't necessarily been playing like him, on paper is outperforming Blitzkrieg this season in several different categories. Who would have guessed?
Wow.
Nebraska.
Blitzkrieg did go down after one play and win one game. So,
But there's been 8 games, yeah.
Yeah, there's been 8 games, dude. How about Mississippi?
Dude, there's been 8 games,
But
dude.
having a second linebacker is stealing some of those stats from Creek too.
I don't know why that sounded so fucking funny. There's been 8 games, dude. Oh, go on, Keith.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead and finish up, dude.
All right, fine, whatever, Dave. You could talk about the emergence of Mrs. Me. She's played 3 games in this league. She has 100 receiving yards in all 3. You could talk about Nebraska averaging almost 50 points a game the last 3 games, which coincidentally lines up with Mrs. Me. You could talk about Penn State's defense being like the #1 defense in the league last 2 seasons until last week. I mean, there's a number of different places that you could go with this game. Obviously, I'm picking Nebraska because, one of the greatest receivers in the league, Speedy Gonzalez, he has to play for that team.
Yeah, one of the greatest. He plays behind me, though, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a really, really good game. I'm hoping that Brooke doesn't throw a million picks and instead throws for a million touchdowns. But you know what? We'll see.
All right. Well, I am on record for saying that I was not going to pick against Penn State until they lost. Well, guess what the fuck happened? They fucking lost. So I am now picking against Penn State because they're playing my team. And the wide receiver trio of Mrs. Me, Speedy Gonzalez, and the diva, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Dave Axis, is going to crush Penn State in Lincoln. You say double digits, it might be fucking triple digits. I don't even know. It's going to be so embarrassing. David Leathers might fucking retire and leave the AACL when this game is over.
I miss Dave's not here. He's better than Dave X Jr.
He's like wide receiver 4, right? I think.
Yeah,
he's out there.
He does still get catches, but it's like 1 or 2 a game now. But anyway, so I go in Nebraska. So there you go, folks. There are your
behind me just goes. Glance behind me just goes. Which one's fucking your mom?
Dave's not here. Hey,
actually,
family show.
Actually, both because I've been gone for a month. Heyo. So, folks, that wraps up a very long 2-hour welcome back to the AACL TueNight show. We had a little story time with Dave early on about my trip to Texas and Colorado. We had talked about the fucking Tennessee jurors and the 11 people that I hope I never see on a fucking football field. And
the witnesses.
And yeah, fuck, dude. And we talked about some football. We broke some things down. We introduced some new teams. We got Michigan coming in with Crazy Canuck being the AD. Greg Soto announced as the Season 4 athletic director at Miami now. Not going to bring Oregon in. He's going to take over Miami. Art Vandelay is going to step down, but he will remain as head coach. We talked about rankings. We talked about players of the week. And, of course, we wrap things up with our Week 9 matchups and our pick'ems. Please do not forget to go to the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night pick'ems in the server. They are all open now. They will all close at 5:30 Eastern tomorrow. Because they're not going to be according to schedule. I can't have some open if they have 1 game or 2 games or whatever. So that's just the way it's going to be this week. We'll get back to normal things. Benji, did you ever hear our question earlier? What was our question to Benji, you guys? Do you remember? Did you guys switch up playbooks last week?
Playbooks.
In
what
week
did they
8?
switch?
Yeah, what did you switch? I think I wrote it down wrong on the graphics, so we wanted to see if that was the case. In the meantime, while Benji's answering that, let me bring in my main man, Freddie. Freddie, how you been for the last month, bro?
All right, Dave. It's good to see you back, bud.
I know, it's been a minute. That was can you believe it's been a month?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
Kidding me?
That is just
I done got a bunch of more gray hair since the last time you left.
Yeah, I actually don't have any more hair since I left, so there you go. Pidgey says, we don't run an offense. We just fucking go.
He ripped them all out during the fucking jury.
Dude, how great does it have to be if you're Kansas and you just beat the number one team in the nation by 30 and you get to savor that for a fucking month?
Oh yeah.
Right? He didn't even have
I can
to
only imagine.
Benji's been on cloud 9 for like fucking 30 days. Oh, fuck. Anyway, Freddie.
You remember those old like Kobe and LeBron puppet commercials where Kobe's just walking around?
Oh, yeah.
Where are my 3 championship rings? That's Benji right now.
Where is my 32? Where's my 30-point victory over the number one team in the nation? Where is that? Where did I leave that?
Who's that team?
Yeah, exactly. Freddie, sing us home, take us home, bro. Let's get out of here.
All right, AACL. This has been a party all night long, so we're gonna turn out the light. Party's over. We say that all good things must end. We'll call it a night. The party's over. Until tomorrow night, we'll start this party up again. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Freddie, thanks for singing us home. Appreciate Ray, Yogi, and Keith, my sidekicks on the show tonight. Clamsy Whamsy on the ones and twos. Cornhub jumping in there at the end to help out and relieve her a little bit. Kudos, congrats, and thanks to Crazy Canuck and to Greg Soto for their new positions coming up in Season 4. Thank you to everybody that was in the chat, everyone who tuned in. We did not hit the 50 people. We barely hit 30 was the max tonight, so we will not be adding an extra drawing, unfortunately. But 2 things I want you to remember before I sign off. Two very, very important things, actually. Number 1, fuck juries. Juries suck. Juries can literally suck my asshole. And number 2, good night now!